They told you there was time. That was the first lie. From the moment you were old enough to dream, the world whispered comfort in your ear. You have time. Don't rush. Don't worry. There's always tomorrow. But here's the truth you were never meant to hear. There is no guarantee of tomorrow, and if you keep waiting for the right moment, the right motivation, the right alignment of stars and circumstances, you will die waiting. Because life isn't something you begin when everything is perfect. Life is now, right here, right in this moment, in the beat of your heart, the rise of your breath, the fire flickering quietly inside your chest. But most people never feel that fire. Not because it isn't there, but because they smother it. They drown it in distraction. They sedate it with comfort. They kill it with routine. They wake up, scroll, sip coffee, work jobs they hate, laugh at nothing, chase nothing, fear everything, and then they go to bed and call that a life. No, that is not living. That is surviving. That is the slow erosion of your soul under the weight of what-ifs, could-haves, and next times. And if you're not careful, you'll blink, and 10 years will have passed, and you won't recognize the person in the mirror. Not because they've changed, but because you never allowed yourself to become who you were meant to be. You were not born to be mediocre. You were not born to live and die in silence. You were not born to tiptoe safely to your grave. You were born to build, to fight, to fail forward, to love deeply, to feel fully, and to risk boldly. But none of that happens until you change one thing, your mindset. Because mindset is the lens through which you see everything. It's not just what you think, it's how you think. And until you challenge that, nothing else changes. Most people walk through life like prisoners in their own minds, chained to old beliefs, past failures, and silent fears. They build their cages with thoughts like, I'm not good enough. I don't have what it takes. I'll start when I'm ready. It's too late for me. And then they decorate those cages with distractions, new phones, new clothes, new weekend plans. But underneath it all, they're empty. Because deep down, they know they were made for more. If that's you, then hear this. You are not broken. You are just buried. Under the weight of expectations, noise, fear, and noise pretending to be truth. But belief, that's the shovel. Belief is what starts the unburying. It's not magic. It's not hype. It's the quiet, relentless decision to say, I will no longer believe the voice that tells me I can't. I will choose to bet on myself again and again and again. Because belief is the seed of all greatness. Every empire, every invention, every revolution, every miracle started as a belief. A whisper in someone's soul that said, maybe I can. And when belief meets clarity, that whisper becomes a roar. Because it's not enough to want change. You need to know what you're changing for. Clarity cuts through confusion like a blade. So stop asking, what should I do with my life? And start asking, what breaks my heart? What sets my soul on fire? What would I do even if I failed? That's your clue. That's your compass. Because the people who live with power, the ones who move mountains, they don't have more talent. They have more clarity. They know their why so clearly that no obstacle can silence it. Clarity leads to vision, and vision is dangerous. Because once you see the life that's possible, you can't go back. You can't unsee it. You can't keep pretending that this small, safe version of yourself is enough. Vision wakes you up in the morning with urgency. It keeps you up at night with hunger. It's the image burned into your brain of the person you were meant to become. And once you have that image, you either build it, or you live forever haunted by what could have been. But let me be clear. Vision without purpose is a dream. Vision with purpose becomes destiny. Purpose is your anchor. Purpose is the reason you keep moving when it gets hard. And it will get hard. There will be days when you doubt, when nothing works, when everyone tells you to quit, Purpose is what says, no, this matters. This life, this mission, this path, it means something. Not just for me, but for the people watching, for the next generation, for the ones who were told they couldn't. Because the most powerful life isn't lived just for self. It's lived through self, for something greater. Purpose turns pain into fuel. It turns struggle into strength. It gives meaning to the mess. But none of that matters without discipline. Because purpose without discipline is a fire without wood. It burns out. Discipline is showing up especially when you don't feel like it. It's doing the boring, unglamorous, repetitive work that no one claps for. It's getting up early, saying no when everyone else says yes, choosing progress over pleasure every single day. You don't need motivation, you need commitment. Motivation fades, discipline builds, and when discipline meets action, you become unstoppable. Because action is the proof of belief. It's not what you say, it's what you do. Every day you cast a vote for the person you want to become, and every action either builds that future or buries it. Don't wait to feel ready. Don't wait for permission. The world doesn't owe you clarity. You earn it by moving. Step forward, stumble, learn, adjust, move again, even if it's messy, even if it's slow, even if no one sees it. Because momentum is stronger than perfection. Start before you're ready. Speak before you're confident. Build while you're bleeding. But as you move, don't forget the secret weapon: gratitude. Gratitude isn't weakness, it's fuel. It turns chaos into clarity. It turns scarcity into abundance. It reminds you that no matter how far you have to go, you are already blessed with breath in your lungs and fire in your soul. And that is more than enough to begin. And when you live with gratitude, you stop comparing. You stop chasing shadows. You stop measuring your worth by someone else's timeline. Because here's the truth most people ignore. Comparison is the thief of your destiny. You scroll past someone's highlight reel and think you're behind. You see their wins and feel your failures. But you forget, their chapter 20 doesn't make your chapter 2 meaningless. You are not late, you are not early. You are right on time for your own journey. But you must protect that journey, fiercely. And that means becoming adaptable. Because life will not go as planned. The road will twist. People will leave. Plans will fail. And if your identity is tied to certainty, you will crumble when the wind changes. But if your soul is anchored in growth, you will rise in the storm. Because adaptable people don't fear change. They expect it. They learn to bend without breaking. They move with the current, not against it. And they turn every detour into discovery. The strongest trees aren't the ones that never sway. They're the ones that bend and snap back, rooted but not rigid. That's how you must live, rooted in purpose, flexible in strategy. Because nothing in life is static. You are either evolving or you're decaying. There is no middle ground. And every setback is either a wall or a mirror. You can let it stop you, or you can let it show you what still needs work. That's what resilience is. Not pretending to be unshaken, but refusing to stay down when shaken. Resilience is rising while still bleeding. It's smiling with a cracked heart. It's speaking light while your voice trembles. And it is forged, not found. It is built in the fire, in the silence, in the moments when no one is watching, and giving up would be easier than going on. But hear me, the easy road never led to greatness. The path of least resistance leads to the valley of regret. Because nothing beautiful is built without friction. Nothing meaningful is created without cost. If you want a powerful life, expect pain, and then choose to rise anyway. But even in the pain, never stop learning. Because ignorance is the quiet killer of dreams. Not lack of talent, not lack of time, but the refusal to grow. The greatest edge you will ever have is your hunger to learn. from mentors, from mistakes, from failure, from pain. Let life teach you. Let every fall sharpen you. Let every closed door redirect you. Let every scar tell a story, not of defeat, but of transformation. Because learning is what keeps you awake, not just in mind, but in spirit. It gives you tools to build, eyes to see deeper, and wisdom to move with precision instead of panic. And when you learn long enough, deeply enough, you start to understand something most never will. Your life is not your own. It is a ripple. Every word you speak, every step you take, every risk you embrace, it impacts people you may never meet. Your courage becomes someone else's permission. Your healing becomes someone else's hope. Your truth becomes someone else's light in the dark. So don't you dare stay small. Don't you dare hide your gifts. Don't you dare bury your voice because it trembles. The world needs you. Raw, real, awake, alive. Not the filtered version, not the polished imitation. You. But you can't give what you haven't fought for. So fight. For your mind, for your discipline, for your inner peace, for your fire. And once you find it, protect it. Because the world will try to distract you. It will offer comfort wrapped in chains. It will seduce you with likes and noise and hollow applause. But don't trade your soul for a screen. Don't trade depth for validation. Don't chase being known before you chase becoming whole. Because fame is a mirror. And if you don't like who you are before it, you'll hate who you become inside it. So choose depth over noise, impact over popularity, substance over style. Because when the lights go out, and the crowd goes home, and the noise fades, all that's left is you, your reflection, your legacy, your soul. And that's why this matters, because one day you will die. That's not fear, it's fact. Your breath will stop, your heart will go still, and everything you collected will stay here. But what you became, who you loved, what you gave, that echoes. And when they speak your name, let it mean something. Let it mean you showed up. Let it mean you lived awake. Let it mean you didn't waste this miracle. Because life is a miracle. Every moment, every heartbeat, every morning you open your eyes is a divine invitation to rise again. So don't you dare waste it. Not in fear, not in comfort, not in silence. Get up, start, speak. Building fail, rise, try again, fall again, love again, dream again, live again. This is your moment, right now. Not next year, not next month, not someday. Now breathe it in, feel it burn, let it move you, because the clock is ticking. And you were not born to waste your life. You were born to live it fully, fiercely, and unapologetically awake. So go, don't waste your life.